Yeah, dear young man, dear young lady who is listening to this, I want to point out something to you about self discipline. Self discipline is everything, I say. You know, you can't achieve anything if you are not disciplined to attain that. The goals which we have are so many, the objectives, the ambitions which we have towards life, it's quite a lot. And when you listen to young people share their dreams and visions, you know, they leave you mesmerized. They leave you amazed, thinking how great they might become. But the difference between you achieving those goals which you have and remaining what you are now is discipline. You know, discipline is not just based on how you feel. Yeah. The truth is, you may feel like doing certain things, and sometimes you don't feel like it, but you should not wait until you feel like doing it. That's one thing. Self discipline is doing what needs to be done every day, regardless of how you feel, regardless of your thoughts, regardless of your emotions, regardless of how you woke up in the morning. You still have to push yourself to do what needs to be done in order for you to attain your goals and objectives. That's self discipline. You know, a lot of young people will still complain that despite them pushing so hard, they are not seeing the results yet. But should you quit because the results haven't shown yet? It will be a great mistake for you to quit. Because once you quit, you go back to the very beginning. You go back to that stage of failure, to that lifestyle of mischief. So I tell you this, we don't keep brushing our teeth just because we feel like it. Sometimes we don't want to brush, but when you wake up in the morning, the first thing before you go out, oh, you have to brush your teeth. Why? It's necessary. It's needful for your presentation. You don't want to speak and an other comes out of your mouth, which misrepresents you. We are so disciplined to do it, even when we don't feel like it. See, procrastination says work only when you feel like it. But self discipline says work especially when you don't feel like it. And the Bible makes it even more clearer. Romans 12, verse 11 to 12 says, never be lacking in zeal. Keep your spiritual fervor, serving the Lord. Be joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. So don't be lacking in your zeal, dear friends. Don't be weary in the efforts which you've been making every day. Don't give up. At the proper time, you will reap your harvest. That's one thing I tell you. The time is coming, and that time will come when you will reap the harvest of your hard work. Be consistent in it. And one thing as you work hard, be careful that your efforts, you don't make the wrong efforts. In what sense? You might be making great efforts every day, but yet your life is full of evil, of wickedness, of hypocrisy. You plot evil so much against the people around you. You're so disobedient. You cheat others. You're so treacherous in your living. How do you expect results? Let me ask you, how do you expect results? Let your life be good. Let your life be full of kindness, of gentleness. Let it be a reflection of the kind of fruits which you want to reap in the future. There is no good that will come out of your wicked living, no matter how much disciplined you may be. Check your motives every day. Check your emotions every day. What's driving you to those goals you want to achieve? Check them. And even if it takes time for you to obtain the results you are looking for, believe me, giving up will be the greatest mistake you make. So keep up in your efforts and don't give up. Don't give up. Remember, procrastination says work hard when you feel like it. But self discipline says work hard even when you do not feel like it. What are you going to choose? Make a choice.